And here I'm just showing you a cross-section through the brain and some staining for different types of neurons, either granule cell neurons, these Bergman glial cells, Purkinje neurons, and then the arbors or dendrites of all of Purkinje. And it's very, very organized. And yet it's so simple how this gets set up. It just starts out when things are young and there are fewer cells around, and they all organize into layers, and then from that point on they differentiate. These Purkinje cells, there's one up here in the upper right, they are astounding in the number of dendrites that they can form. So these can actually form synapses or connections to over 100,000 other cells in the brain, which is pretty darn amazing. And so they're all located here with their cell bodies in one straight region, and then all these arbors poking up into this cortex region of the brain, where all this activity and information is being passed around. So it's neat to think about, how many of these cells are there, where do they come from, what's their history, how do they get to be here, and then functionally, what does that do for the embryo, and how do these cells, how can they conceptually contribute to brain development? Okay, last slide, cerebrum, the part of our brain where we have cognition and higher order thinking. And in this area, it's also set up, basically it's the same principle. And it's going to establish here what's called the neocortex, which is a region of 6 different layers of cells that is set up within the embryo. And then these then go on to further elaborations that become a lot of the cortex tissue. So within the brain, especially, it's these cortex regions where a lot of exchange of information is happening, a lot of patterning, and even these folds will develop, and you can see different territories within the cerebrum get dedicated to different types of motor tasks or cognitive tasks or hearing or language development. And I think it's pretty fascinating to think that we could figure out not only how this works, but how it got to be this way just by studying where things come from and what they look like in different mutant backgrounds or disease backgrounds. Okay, any questions? All right, we are done a bit early, so hold your time.